Nice one called, dude. I am here in Brompton Cemetery, one of the 7 great London cemeteries built in the Victorian era on what was the edge of London. And here alone, there are 205,000 people buried and 35,000 graves and monuments. I found an interesting sign which explains quite a lot of the symbols on graves, such as that cut flowers mean that someone died very young, and a broken column symbolises someone who passed away in the prime of their life, who was often the head of the family, whereas the wheat symbol means someone died later in their life. Interesting. And Brompton Cemetery famously houses the grave of Emmeline Pankhurst, and Beatrix Potter came here to get names for her fairy tales. She allegedly got Peter Rabbit and Mr. Nutkin from round here. But the reason I'm here is to find a mausoleum which is rumoured to be a time machine or teleportation device. The mausoleum we're looking for is the resting place of Hannah Courtoy, who was the housekeeper of a man called John Courtoy, a very rich merchant in London. And he was quite disagreeable, and for some reason he left all of his money to his housekeeper, who later took on his name. After she inherited John Courtoy's wealth, she became obsessed with all things Egyptian. It was called Egyptomania because everyone around the Victorian era was really into it. And she struck up a friendship with a bloke called Joseph Bonamy, who was an Egyptologist alive at the time. And he's the man who designed her tomb. It is said that Joseph Bonamy understood hieroglyphics and that he was able to translate the secret of time travel from ancient Egyptian. But who did he get to build the mausoleum? I'll tell you in a second, because here it is. Fantastic. The mausoleum is said to be constructed by Samuel Alfred Warner, who claimed to have invented secret weapons, one of which was called a psychic torpedo, where he was able to set off explosives from a distance. And he actually demonstrated this in front of the Prime Minister at the time, Robert Peel, but he demanded £200,000, that's back in those days, in exchange for the secret of his contraption. And after the first trial, there was a second one off Brighton in the English Channel, where he blew up a ship, but people say that he maybe rigged explosives to it beforehand. And some people say that it was his connection with Joseph Bonamy and the strange powers he got from hieroglyphics that enabled him to do the secret weapons by using teleportation. And Samuel Alfred Warner died in 1853. Did he die of natural causes though? Or was he killed to hide the secrets of the time machine? The doorway is covered in mysterious hieroglyphs, and there are strange wheel-like patterns which are said to be something to do with the time machine, according to some people who are probably making it up. This is the grave of Joseph Bonamy, and here at the bottom is a figure of Anubis sitting above the mausoleum, and it's looking straight at it over there. And another strange thing about the mausoleum is that it's the only one in the whole of the Brompton Cemetery which they don't have any plans for, so they don't know what's inside. And also, the key has gone missing, so no one's been inside it for 120 years. and Hannah Courtoy's daughters are also buried there, but very little was heard about them after Hannah Courtoy died. So maybe they're time travelling the world alongside Hannah Courtoy. One theory put forward is that it's a teleportation machine rather than a time travelling machine, and that there are several mausoleums all around the 7 big graveyards in London, and it's used to jump in between them. And also there's a mausoleum in a Paris graveyard, which is said to look very similar. Probably better than using the underground. Pigeon. If I had a time machine, I'd go back and destroy the very first one of you. Maybe all the pigeons that ever existed are using it to come to 2022 to destroy the world. That's my theory. So today's question of the day is, cool dudes, if you had a time machine but it only worked for about 30 seconds, so you could go back in time and tell yourself one sentence, what bit of advice would you give yourself in one sentence? Something like, always leave the toilet seat down, or, check your flies when you go to your nephew's christening. Something like that. What would it be? I think mine would be, always trust your gut instincts. Please write yours below. Nice one. I've just stopped for some lunch, and everything in this graveyard is unbelievably tame. Look at this squirrel, for instance. Your arrogance disgusts me. I've painted a picture of the time machine with the exact time I was standing there. Should I ever need to go back in time and find myself. Heading back towards the entrance now, cool dudes. I very much enjoyed my wander around Brompton Cemetery, particularly the time machine. If you want to help me make more videos, please join the club on YouTube or buy some merch. That will really help me out. Thanks very much to everyone who has. Prize draw coming up next. The speaker's going off saying the cemetery's about to close. I've got to leave. All right, cool dudes. That's about it. I hope I get out. And one more thing. Stay cool. What an incredible story. Gosh, I'm glad I've got this Cool Dudes Walking Club jumper to stop me from getting the shivers. Oh, what was that picture? Yes, this remarkable pen and ink drawing, original and framed, is now available on eBay for a starting price of £16.66. And it was a great story, and I forgot to mention that someone said on a blog that the graveyard, or a graveyard, is a perfect place for a time machine because no one's there at night time and they seldom get built on or changed over the years. Very clever. Anyway, it's time for the prize draw. Currently, there are 907 members on the website and 264 on YouTube, making a total of 1,171. Random number generator. Generate me a number. Generate 533. Who is Jennifer? I will email you, Jennifer, and the prize of this cool stuff will be on its way to you. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Don't be scared. Join the club. Subscribe and like. And most importantly, stay cool.